Hi everyone, how are you doing? This is Joey. This is going to be a scary true story, part one, sleep paralysis. These are true stories, true accounts, and I'm sending it out there to all y'all that have had this experience in the past or are still going through this experience. And if you are, go to my Facebook page or message me here. I'm first going to start with one experience here. This happened a few years after I graduated from high school, and it was right in almost the middle part of my search. And what I mean by my search, I searched for a lot of years and studied in different religions, different groups, Eastern religions, Western, and so on and so forth. That's a part of my story. What I'm going to tell you here is also a part of my story, but it's one of the more scarier things. And I've seen documentaries on this also. Now, sleep paralysis, this stuff started to happen, I would say, after high school, only because I don't have any big experiences in high school that I can recall, although I know I had them too. I remember this was 2003, maybe 2004. The years are kind of fuzzy at that time. I was going to college at that time, and I remember I was still practicing different kinds of Eastern meditation, specifically Zen meditation. The whole focus of those meditations, guys, is the breathing. I was doing this for a while, and I remember falling asleep on our black leather couch. Now, this is a room that in my dad's house in Central Valley, okay? This was a few years after I moved to Central Valley from San Francisco. I remember falling asleep, and I think I was barely into sleep. I'm pretty sure I was in a few minutes of sleep. I was very tired, I remember that. And I remember looking over to my right. Now, the non-physical part of me was separated. Now, you hear that in a lot of sleep paralysis testimonies and stories. Now, when my head was popped out, I looked over to my right. Now, once again, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, it's like your consciousness, you're completely aware. It's like being awake in waking life, but in your conscience, your awareness is completely intact, okay? It's not a dream. There's a big difference between a dream and being completely conscious. And so I was completely conscious, and I knew that this was a result of a lot of meditation that I've done for the last year and other things that I was involved in too. Because what you do, you practice different parts of your mind. You learn how to control different parts of your mind. But I'll talk about that later on. Okay, so back to my consciousness. Was out of my physical body, but it was my head part. So I turned over to my right, and I see a black human figure. Now, immediately I noticed that this thing was not normal, not the normal height of normal people. Average height of a person is 4 feet 5 feet, most people, okay? This thing was not that type. I got the sense it was maybe 7 feet, like it was really tall. It looked like it wore baggy clothes. It was completely black. No hair, I remember that. You could say it had a bald head, there's no hair. I cannot see details of the face, it's just black. But I knew right away that was not my imagination either. No matter how much your brain can conjure it up, I don't believe the other stories of sleep paralysis where some scientists explain it away as your brain firing off chemicals, etc., 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 because I know the difference between a hallucination and your brain under stress. But I'm not going to get into a debate about that, guys. I'm here to share with you a true, scary story, okay? And so, anyways, back to the humanoid figure. I remember seeing arms, legs, and then what it did was it moved a few steps. I can't remember if it was to the left or to the right. So if I'm on the couch and I'm looking to my right and it's about, I would say, maybe 5 feet away from where I was, I think it moved to its left. Okay, so it would be my right, but its left. And it took a few steps, and then it ran. It ran the other way, and then I couldn't see it anymore. Now, one more thing I want to tell you about this. After it ran away, now my surroundings were exactly the same. I know that I fell asleep on a black leather couch. The carpet is like a cream color, so everything is still the same. Okay, where this humanoid figure was, where this being was, it was on a hardwood floor at my dad's house. Okay, cherry wood to be exact. So anyways, guys, this is one of the more intense, I would say intense, stronger experiences of sleep paralysis that I had in my early 20s, okay? Now, if any of you out there are having this experience, contact me. We can tell each other our stories, testimony, and help each other out, figure out the root cause of it. Yes, and of course, you could have, yes, it's possible you can have some kind of disorder in your brain or in your mind, but we all know what a hallucination is. At least I do, and many others do too. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. I'm not looking down on the scientists and, research, and I'm not putting down the doctors, guys. I'm just telling you that when you have the experience. For example, if someone were to tell me their experience of sleep paralysis, I can't say to them, no, that's not true, or I cannot tell them that they're crazy or wrong because they're the ones that had the experience. My point is, there are some things we cannot really understand until we have the actual experience. Okay, it's different to read about something in a book or study about something, but to actually experience it or know someone that has, it's a little different. Okay, and it does not mean that if someone has an experience like sleep paralysis or the other supernatural experiences that you hear about in the world, it doesn't mean that when they have it, they're crazy. Okay, I know the best thing to do for each other, guys, is to help each other out. Okay, and let's sit around, a campfire. Let's go to a coffee shop and talk about it. And there's always a solution. I've never seen. It may seem like at the time, you feel lost, especially if people think you're crazy when you have these experiences. But the best thing about having these experiences are that you're not alone. That's the best thing. If you ask me, one of the worst feelings in the world is feeling that you're alone, in my opinion. To share with you a little bit more about me, I grew up by myself. I didn't have brothers and sisters, so I had just my parents, and I had a very good upbringing, a very loving upbringing. My parents taught me how to love, how to help people, and mean it, not just do it for show or something, or to get points. They taught me how to be there for others, and it takes a lot of patience. All right, guys. And I'm going to continue. I'm going to call this story number 1. I'm going to give different numbers to different stories. But this one is called Scary True Story, Sleep Paralysis. Take care, guys. Oh, and Creator, I ask you, during this new year that's coming upon us, 2017, I ask you to please come to all these people. Please, Father, please clear the way, break down every wall, so that people that are having these experiences will get the help they need. The right kind of help, from the right kind of people. And that they will not wait too long to ask for help, whether if it's for something such as sleep paralysis or other experiences. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Take care, guys. Bye-bye for now.